I'm Zach Boylston. I'm an amateur home brewer.
Zach's definitely my best friend. We met in 6th grade. We're drinking buddies. We like talking about beer. We like going new places and trying new beers. He's kind of a very extrovert of a personality, to say the least.
Purple, lots of purple.
Well, Harrison's my lush friend. I mean, you can look at him and tell right away. He's just a big old lovey-dovey lush. Yeah, I grew up with Harrison, and you know, we hung out while we were in high school and college, and we always, you know, like, you're drinking buddies, you know, like to go out and just get a good meal, get some good beers. And it got to the point where we're like, man, you know, I mean, how hard is it to brew a beer? The first batch was, you know, no go, but learning experience. So, you know, we went back and we kind of kept going back to homebrew when we had the opportunity to hang out, just, you know, have a beer with some of the homebrewers and the owner, and just mingle and talk. And you just learn, you actually learn more, I think, just in person rather than just reading it or looking online. And so, yeah, we were hooked in that. We found out that they had a homebrew club, Wart City Brewers. They meet every first Monday of the month. And we started going, and I mean, how awesome is that? Like, you just show up and there's like 30 to 50 people that bring their own home brew, and you get to try like all these creative beers.
The Wart City Brewers Club is the Wilmington regional area. I guess it's the homebrewing club that teaches the art of creating good craft brew, or homebrew I should say, and also teaches the appreciation of beer. And then we have monthly meetings that we get together, and everybody brings their homebrew to compare, and, you know, I guess, give pointers. We give a lot of lessons, like me and some of the other guys that have been in the club for a while, that have been brewing for a long time, give a lot of lessons on fermentation or better sanitation practices. We do a lot of different things to try and, I guess, get the word out about good beer and try to teach people, A, how to have a better appreciation of it, but also to see how simple it can be to create it and be part of it.
And that's where I found out about the homebrew competition at Front Street Brewery here downtown in Wilmington. So yeah, I was like, why not? Let's give it a shot. You know, by this time we've done about 6 or 7 5-gallon batches, and we've been getting a little bit better and getting a little bit more creative now that we have it down pat. So we did I wanted to do a single hop, which is just using one type of hop versus most pale ales or IPAs use numerous hops.
I'd like to say he's more the creativity of any kind of beer that we make. He really likes to do the extravagant, crazy flavors, and kind of puts it on me to make it work, which is fun. It's kind of like making your own recipe, which is really what you're doing.
Come on. Let's go brew some beer. Yeah. If you want to brew a beer right now, you want to make sure you got a burner with a propane tank hooked up. Fire that bad boy up, get it real hot. Then you want to put your stainless steel pot on there. Add you some water, get it boiling up to about 150 degrees. As it starts bubbling, then you're ready. You're ready to steep your grain. Next, you want to add the malt. Get it in there, get it nice and dissolved, smelling real good. And then the next step is add your hops. The hops are the best part. They smell so good. Sometimes you just want to waft it and throw it on your face, make it feel real good. And then when the hops are dissolved, it's time to cool it. We usually do an ice bath. Get you a big bucket, put some ice in there, and you set that guy in there and you let it cool. You want to check it, get down to about 75 degrees. And when it's all said and done, it's down to that temperature, you can put it in your glass fermenter. The next step, you pitch your yeast, and then we cork it with a rubber stop and a little airlock on top. And then you just throw it in your closet, let it sit in there for about 4 weeks, and let that yeast just go real sexy like with it, and turn it into alcohol, and 4 weeks later, you've got a beer. Yeah, Front Street Brewery competition, homebrew competition. It was their 6th annual one. It's downtown. It started around 7:30. You know, the drive there, you know, I have no idea. I don't know what to anticipate or what's going to come of it. I'll just know that I'm going there to have a good time, meet all the local homebrewers, and Just got there, it was fun, man. There's all kinds of beer there. Like, I thought I'd have, experienced a lot just being in the club and everything, but I mean, there was a hot dog beer. They called it H1N1 Swine Brew, and they brewed it with 56 hot dogs. And it was funny because that was like the talk of the night. Like, everybody was like, man, I gotta get the hot dog beer, man. And they're like, oh, it tastes like boiled hot dog water. But they couldn't stop passing it around, and everybody was wanting to try it out. I tried it out too. It did remind me of that like fast way to cook a hot dog when I was a kid, like just boiling the hot dog real quick. But yeah, it was horribly delicious, maybe.
From a judge's standpoint, they're going into it knowing nothing. They know what category it's in. They know what parameters there are, but you could be on the high end or the low end of the parameters or style guidelines and still have a medal-winning beer. It's just all got to come together. So if you're on the hoppier end of a certain style, it's got to balance well with the rest of your beer. You got to have a maltier beer as well to kind of make it balanced. You do an Imperial IPA, you're supposed to be a little bit higher on the hops than you are the malts, but it's still got to be there to kind of keep it in the style. So balance is key. Your flavor, aroma, texture of the beer all have to kind of blend together as one beer. So you can't have, it smells like this, it tastes different, and it feels different than I imagined. That's not an award-winning beer.
I was out of town briefly, and I come back and I go where I had my fermenter in my office room in the closet, and it had exploded all over my blazers. There's like yeasty sediment all over my clothes in the closet.
The day of the competition was interesting. We really had no idea what to expect. We were worried about the beer, getting funked to it. We really didn't have time to try a lot of it before we entered it into the competition. We were always worried about the bacteria ruining it. We've had a couple beers in the past that when it did have an explosion of sorts that kind of turned out funky and everybody can kind of taste it. And it was probably the most common way that beers get ruined.
I'm like, man, I have no chance. There's 89 people in this competition. I'm putting this beer in a category that wasn't even supposed to be in.
We didn't know what to expect. We entered in, crossed our fingers, and hoped for the best.
Belgian wheat, 9 entries. We got the bronze medal going to Old Peterson and Martin DeYoung for the Pink Elephant Golden Belgian Strong. Silver medal going to Zach Boylston for the long sleeve plaid Chinook single hop IPA.
Awesome. I wasn't expecting that at all. And sure enough, I got second place. I didn't even realize they were talking about our category at the time. I was just kind of like looking around at everybody, and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, second place goes to Zach Boylston. I'm like, I had no idea. I was so surprised. That was the last thing in my mind, thinking I was going to win. I was just there to like see who won so I could talk to them, Yeah, so they
Gave you a medal.
They gave me a medal for it.
For what?
For like my 8th beer I've ever brewed. For our Belgium IPA. Chinook. We should, but we drank all of it. We'll probably never make the same exact taste ever again.
Never.
Yeah, but yeah, second place. We should, you know what? I'll wear it for a day, you wear it for the next day, for at least about a week until it gets old.
A month.
A month, yeah. Let's go, let's get out of here. Let's go to the Mustache Bash. Who's going to the Mustache Bash? Second place winner. I realized that if you're passionate enough and you put enough time and effort into it, that anybody can brew a good beer. I mean, anybody can win a competition. Anybody can place highly enough to maybe have their own beer presented at the Great American beer festival in Colorado, you can do it.
I'm Morgan Freeman in your documentary.